Alright everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Propot Master. Today, I want to do a little good old-fashioned rant video. Yes sir, we're back on the rants. This rant will be about today, at the time of recordings, Nintendo Direct. In my opinion, this Direct was fucking terrible. It was not only bad, but not only easily the worst gaming show of non-E3, but I think this is a clear tale sign that Nintendo is complacent, washed, and something needs to change. So if you want to hear more rants, from me about random stuff, it doesn't even have to be about gaming. It could be about other shit if you want me to. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, and comment down below, and it greatly helps me in the algorithm. So let's just jump into this Nintendo Direct. I did a stream this morning because I was like, why not? I usually show up to these Nintendo Direct streams, and most of the time they're either in the range of, they're alright, to actually pretty great. This Direct was not either of those. In fact, I would argue that this Direct was very bad. Not only very bad, but I would say this is probably the worst modern Nintendo Direct that they have ever done. I think so. And if you clearly look at my channel, I'm not, immune to making these kinds of videos. I mean, I did one for the November State of Play, and that was like legitimately awful. Was this Direct as bad as that? No, not even close, but it is still bad for all the reasons. And here's the thing, I'm not one of these bing wahoo Nintendo fans who only play Mario Kart, and Smash Brothers. I actually experiment. I actually buy other fucking Nintendo franchises and play them. Kirby, Metroid, all that shit. So it's not like, I'm not mad at the Direct because I didn't get the bing wahoo, man. It's just the shit that they showed and the shocking amount of non-Nintendo, of just regular Nintendo stuff was just baffling, to say the least, especially with a console that, mind you, is getting a price increase in September. Mind you, this Direct is following the news of a month ago that Nintendo is raising the price of the Switch 2 by $50. And they needed to, I wouldn't say hit a home run, they needed to hit, I would say, a nice double, possibly a triple, and they hit the most sorry ass ground out you can even think of. The biggest problem with this Nintendo Direct is that this was just clearly focused on third-party ports and RPGs. Now, I do not mind RPGs. I'm not one of these, fuck RPGs, I hate them with the soul and a fiery passion. No, I like RPGs. I mean, fuck sakes. Expedition 33 was an RPG, and that was easily my favorite game of last year. And in my opinion, the second best game of this generation. Only game ahead of it is Elden Ring, which is another RPG. So I'm not opposed to RPGs, but when a majority of the announcements were RPGs and ports of games that we already have on other shit coming to the console, it becomes very disappointing. We already knew that Onimusha is coming, in September. Dragon's Dogma 2's coming to Switch, cool. Devil May Cry 5's coming to Switch too, cool. It's nice that Capcom's supporting the fucking thing, but dog, I don't care. You already showed that shit in prior showcases this past week. And the abundance of just RPGs, I'm just like, dog, can we just get something else? It doesn't need to be a platformer. Give me fucking some other genre of game. Because there were rumors that started, the day before the Direct, that Call of Duty Black Ops 1 and 2 are getting ports to PlayStation, and everybody thought, oh shit, could they do an announcement at this Nintendo Direct announcing a Shadow Drop port for Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 onto not only Switch 2, but also PS4 and PS5? I would think if this show had that, I feel like I would be, less pissed at it, but it's just, oh man, it could use more diversity other than fucking Nintendo first party, a shit ton of third party ports in RPGs. It needed more shit. And let's get on to the first party Nintendo shit announced at this Direct, because in my opinion, it is very, very pitiful. So they start off the show with Rhythm Heaven. I'm not into Rhythm Heaven. I am happy for the fans that they're finally getting a new game, and it was a reasonably priced. I'm pretty sure it's $40. So it's probably going to do decently well, given the fact that it on Switch 1, backwards compatible, and the fact that it's $40 in this fucking dog shit economy. So there's that. Then we could just get, a bunch of fucking ports, a fucking random ass One Piece mobile game, and then Fire Emblem. And then Fire Emblem release date in September, which we will get to that. We will get to that when we get to that. Nothing wrong with the game. It's it's something else entirely. We got DK Challenge, which is just random achievements for Nintendo Switch Online Donkey Kong games and Donkey Kong Bonanza. Bro, really? That's it? What about GameCube NSO? When is those shits coming out? What about Nintendo 64 NSO? When are those shits coming out? Can we get some updates on that? That would be fucking great. I don't mind the achievements, but also give me some GameCube NSO updates. Like, oh man, there's just so much missing. Then we get, I would say, one of the highlights of the Direct, which is Xenoblade 1, 2, and 3 getting Switch 2 versions, where they will be running at 4K 60, docked 1080p 60, handheld, which is pretty cool. Xenoblade 1 is out now. Xenoblade 2, I believe, comes out in 2 months, and then December for Xenoblade 3, so that's cool. I'm more interested in Xenoblade 1 because of funny Monado boy. But then after that, they announced a new Xenoblade spin-off. Listen. I don't mind Xenoblade. I haven't played the games, obviously. If you can't tell from my voice, I haven't played the games. I want to get into them. But this level of greed from fucking Xenoblade is just fucking, it's preposterous. It's just preposterous. I can't believe that Xenoblade is just getting all of their games fully functional and playable, really goddamn well playable, and immediately announced, oh yeah, there's going to be a spin-off game next year. So that's great. That's fucking fantastic. And then immediately following that, we get the announcement of Switch 2 Sports, or what they're calling it, Switch Sports Resort. Yep, that's right, fucking resort. And it is just, Woohoo Island, but looks like the volcano blew up, and the Mii's have been officially colonized, like the fucking Aztecs. I mean, okay, that might get the video demonetized. I don't give a fuck. 12 Sports, just like the original Wii Sports, out late October. I think the day before Call of Duty. So I don't give a fuck. I'm not gonna lie. Switch Sports was so fucking disappointing. It was. First of all, they focus on these fucking, VTuber ass anime avatars instead of focusing on the Mii's. They added an update to the games where they added secret expert Mii's for you to fight, and in the swordplay of Switch Sports was fucking Matt. So why not we just focus on the Miis? And also in this fucking Wii Sports Resort, or not Wii Sports Resort, Switch Sports Resort, they're adding fucking boxing to it. So are we gonna get another secret expert Mii as Matt? Are we gonna do the same bullshit then? And then was it in this thing? They cut for it felt like 5 minutes, well it was actually 2 minutes. It felt like 5 though. Of just Koizumi just doing the fucking thumb fight. Yes, thumb fighting is a sport I'm getting them mixed up. Switch Sports Resort has a sport where it's just thumb wrestling. Why? Biggest waste of time. What the fuck? Then obviously the sizzle reel. I think there was a HD 2D Final Fantasy game in there that just blatantly ripped off the concept of Fire Emblem Engage. I just find that fucking hilarious. Then we get a trailer for Duck's Bloods. It is only a minute, only cinematic, and they just say, oh yeah, there's going to be a network test later this summer. That's it. I am not kidding. That's all we got. This game was revealed in early April 2025 at the Switch 2 Direct. We have not seen a single, outside of that first initial trailer, a glimpse of gameplay of this game, and we have no fucking idea what this game is going to be about. All we know that it is multiplayer. It looks like Bloodborne. It looks like Miyazaki said fuck you to Sony. We're going to make our Bloodborne 2 on Nintendo, and we're going to make it multiplayer for some fucking reason. Other than that, what the fuck is going on with this game? This does not need a 1 minute trailer of just fucking cinematics. It needs gameplay. Oh my god. Then we get an overview, look of Splatoon Raiders. But it's kind of pointless because at the end they announced that we're getting a Splatoon Direct. Like, I think the final day in 3 weeks. Yeah, 3 weeks from now, we're getting a Splatoon Direct. So, why was this trailer here? Beats me. Deltarune Chapter 5 is coming out in 2 weeks. My friends are extremely happy for that. Minecraft is getting a Switch 2 version. Then we get, I would say, a bombshell. And that is, all the Kingdom Hearts games are getting native ports to Switch 2. Yippee, who gives a fuck? But then immediately following that, we get a trailer. An actual trailer for Kingdom Hearts 4. This game is not a fucking psyop conducted by Jeffrey Epstein and the American CIA. This is an actual real fucking game made by Square Enix and not some pedophiles in you know where. But it's just funny, and they showed the Switch 2 version. It looks a little crunchy for my liking, but it's a Switch 2 version. I'm not gonna hold my breath. But they also said that it's gonna come day one when Kingdom Hearts 4 drops. When is that? Probably 2029, if I were to guess. And then our final announcement, which indeed it got fucking boiled hard. Because of all the leaks. They did indeed end this show with the announcement of Nintendo actually remaking the highest rated game ever created, The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. And from the in-engine shit that we saw, dog, no, send it back, bro. I'm good. I am good. I am so fucking good with that. Miss me with that. Link in that fucking trailer was it. I know it's supposed to be young Link, but bro, that fucking face, why does it look like adult Link? It looks like adult Link when it needs to be young Link. It is supposed to be a young Link face. There's supposed to be a exact stitch. Okay, enough. Anyways, it was bad. It was a very bad direct. I have no idea what Nintendo was fucking smoking, drinking, all of the above. I do not know what they were thinking with this direct and thinking that this was a good enough direct to show for everybody, basically, especially after Summer Games Fest and especially after Xbox and their showcase, once again having for the third year in a row the best gaming showcases out of the bunch. Summer Games Fest, once again going back to them, they actually had a good show for once. Jeff actually had a good Summer Games Fest show. And State of Play, I know people like to clown on Sony, but it was alright. It was okay. This is just Nintendo. I don't know what the fuck Nintendo is thinking. And I have this tweet up here. If we're not counting Nintendo Switch 2 editions, they have Star Fox coming later this month, Rhythm Heaven and Splatoon Raiders next month, no games in August, we have Fire Emblem in September, Switch Sports Resort for October 2026, Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time remake slated for this year. Oh yeah, by the way, that Zelda trailer, they showed no gameplay and no release date other than it's coming out this year, aka it's coming out in November, and they want to avoid the release date. It's all possible because they are probably going to get the biggest belt to ass from GTA 6. That's the only fucking reason why they did not show that. And then 2 games for next year. You think that's a healthy fucking console lineup? In a year 1 that had a new great Kirby game, Donkey Kong, Mario Kart, regardless of your opinions. I mean, what are we doing? What is Nintendo doing? I don't know. My opinion, I think Nintendo is getting very giga complacent. And this is why a desperate in Nintendo will make for a better and more healthier games industry. Because when Nintendo is a-okay and chill, they are lazy, they are greedy, and the only way that they are going to change if you slap them in the fucking mouth. The Wii U was a slap to the fucking mouth. And you know what they did? They locked the fuck in. Remember that Switch 1 presentation back in January? Bro, unironically, top 5 gaming showcases of all time. Top 5. With fucking new 3D Mario announced, Zelda ending the fucking Direct. Oh my god. Please take me back. Please take me back to that era of Nintendo. Instead of, all these fucking Nintendo drones and Nintendo bootlickers defending and saying that this was a good Direct. This was a bad Direct. This was somehow worse than the previous Direct, which was September, and I regarded that Direct as mid. This one was bad. Easily the worst gaming showcase of all time. And I was planning to give this a 4 out of 10. But now I have to give it a 3.5 because now this video is now going to go directly back into Fire Emblem. Now, what did Fire Emblem do to make you so fucking pissed off, Mr. Prop? Well, I will tell you here. So you know how Nintendo did the quote-unquote variable pricing bullshit with Yoshi, where they say, oh, it's going to be $60 for Yoshi digitally and $70 physically. But then we saw, Star Fox. That was $50 digitally, $60 physically. I think, and same with Splatoon. $50 physically, $60 digitally. And with this new Switch Sports Resort thing, same thing. $50 digitally, $60 physically. So with Fire Emblem, you would think with that price, it would be $60 digitally, $70 physically, because Nintendo would probably save the big guns. Mario Kart, new mainline Pokemon, new 3D Mario, new 3D Zelda, for that high tier, $70, $80 tier that Mario Kart World has, which is still the only game priced at $80 baseline. Welp, not anymore, because as of today, Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave will be $70 digitally and $80 fucking dollars physically. So that thing of Nintendo saying, oh, we're gonna drop the price by our digital games because of variable pricing is a fucking lie. It is actually a price increase for physical games. So that means with the new 3D Mario that's gonna come out probably next summer, expect that shit to be $80 digitally and $90 physically. You could go fuck a duck, Nintendo. What a shitty fucking display. $80 for the new Fire Emblem game is fucking ridiculous. I get it with Mario Kart, because with Mario Kart, there is so much general public appeal, they are going to eat that shit for breakfast. Same thing with 3D Mario, maybe with 3D Zelda, and obviously with new mainline Pokemon. With Fire Emblem, you are so fucking egotistical and so money hungry that you think that you can price Fire Emblem for $80? Go fuck yourself. Honestly, go fuck yourself. If this game was priced $60 digitally, $70 physically, no one would be bitching. But yet, here we are. In fact, this is probably worse. This is probably worse than that bum-ass Direct. This is worse. Easily worse. And the fact that this is not getting any attention because everybody is like, oh wow, that Direct was sucked. That Direct kind of sucked. Is fucking bullshit. Call this shit out and tell Nintendo to fuck off. Because with this game is going to fucking crater to dust. And probably send Fire Emblem back to the Dark Ages where they need, was it Fire Emblem Fates to say was what was going to be the last game of the franchise, and it needed to do well to save the franchise. It's gonna go right back to that shit. Guarantee. What the fuck? Final rating, 3.5. I know that's harsh, but I in my opinion, Nintendo needed a home run. Not really. Okay. Not a home run, but at least a triple with this Direct. And they failed. They got a very poor ground out, I would say. So it's just like mind-boggling, because the sentiment around the Switch 2 is that it is just basically a PS5 with games. And what I mean by that, the PS5 gets memed for having no games, which is kind of true, because it only has one real game, and that's Astrobot. I know somebody in the comments are going to say, oh, wait, Ghost of Yote, Wolf of Week coming out this year. Sure. But here's the thing. Before then, Sony was porting that shit to either PS4 or PC. So that means Astrobot is truly the only game on that fucking platform worth buying for. With Nintendo, I mean, what is it? You got Mario Kart, which, pray to God you get the bundle, because if you buy that shit for $80, you're a fucking troglodyte bootlicker idiot. Donkey Kong Bonanza, and that's it. Like, the Nintendo Switch 2, okay, Kirby. My bad, I keep forgetting Kirby Air Riders. That game is fucking great. So outside of 3 games, what is there to play? What is there to play outside of just 3 games? Which is triple on what Sony has, but it ain't much better. And mind you, the console itself is going up in price. They are trying to fork over more money from you. And this Direct, in my opinion, needs to be a Direct showcasing why, although, yes, we are fucking you over as the consumer by raising the price on the Switch 2 by $50, here is why you need it for this holiday season. And it needed to be here, not at the September Direct, because with the lineup thing I showed from earlier, it really is telling that they are probably going to do a September Direct, which after this, I'm not streaming it. No. Sure, it might have revealed a new 3D Mario, but all I'm gonna do is just make a reaction video and just upload it to that shit, like I did with Mega Man. So, yeah, no, I have no idea what the fuck Nintendo is thinking, and I don't know. I don't know what to do, because people are just idiots. Most people are just mindless zombies, and there's just really nothing we can fucking do outside of things I can't even say on this platform without risking a ban. So that's it for me. That's it for the rant. What a dog shit direct. Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave can kick rocks for all I care. $80 for fucking Fire Emblem is bullshit. Get ready for when Pokemon Gen 10 becomes $80.90. Same thing with 3D Mario. And listen, Nintendo Land, or I don't know how you say it. Landon is his real name. That guy is a clown, a purebred clown, Nintendo fanboy clown, all of that such. But he is kind of right. Where is Mario? You know, for a country that is so proud of Nintendo and Mario and baseball, why couldn't we get a new Mario Sluggers game? Is it that hard? I mean, sure, most of the Switch Mario sports games are very mediocre or outright terrible, but we can't even get that announcement. What about GameCube NSO? Where are the updates for that? Once again, it's just, man, what an awfully paced, awful content-filled Nintendo Direct. After this, no more Nintendo Directs. After this, no more. Just kill it. Kill Nintendo Directs. It's clear that the only company that can do a gaming showcase is Microsoft, because for 3 years in a row now, they fucking knocked it out of the park. I would say each of the last 3 Xbox gaming showcases that they have done were all either triples or home runs. This year's Xbox showcase, I would say, if weren't for COD ending the show, I would have said it was a home run. But for now, I'm going to give it a triple. So that's it for me rambling. If you want to hear more rants, once again, like this video, because I don't know, I want to do more experimentation with this channel on what shit I want to do. So if you got any suggestions, comment down below, and also comment down below what you thought about this direct, and do you agree with my sentiment? So yeah, that's it for me. Thank you all for watching. Ooh, excuse me. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment down below. Greatly helps me with the algorithm. Follow my Twitter account if you want to look at certain sports takes and other shit. This is Prop Master signing off, talking about the Nintendo Direct June 2026. And I'll see you all in the next one. Peace. Bye, props.